Welcome, everyone. It's Miss Gisa, and today I have a fellow educator here, special guest Amy Jensen. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here and speaking to us about your Chuckie the Chocolate Lab series. We're really excited.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I love your Chuckie Lab series, and I know that Chuckie is a rescue. How did you and Chuckie find each other?
When I met my husband, he had rescued a chocolate lab named Nestle,
Okay.
and I had rescued two cats actually, Ernie and Bert. So we had those three get together, which was pretty okay. And then he said I always wanted to have sibling for Nestle, someone to play with. And so a coworker just said, I know of a family, they have an 18-month-old chocolate lab and they can't keep him. I don't know what their situation was, but are you interested? So I went home, I was all excited. I'm like, there's this dog, we just like showed up at their house and it was Valentine's Day and they just kind
Aw.
of were like, here's this dog. And then we just go home with them, like, okay, what's gonna happen? So it was just like trial by fire, but it was like one of the best decisions we ever made.
Yes. Oh, I love dogs. I totally understand that. So you bring Chucky home, and I just wonder, how did you decide to write the series?
Chucky, we first started to call him, we were going to call him Charlie,
Okay.
like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. And
Right.
then it switched to Chuck and Chucky and things. He right away was very naughty, just like if something dropped on the floor, he would run to get whatever it was. You could not leave your shoes on the floor. He just was into everything. He was paying attention to everything that we did. And so it just became kind of a joke. Like this dog is he's such a character and he would purposely do things to be funny. We tried to get him trained several times, but he just still was like, I'm funny. I know I'm funny. So I started posting videos about him. People would like just react to it. So I knew that it wasn't just us that thought he was funny. He
Yeah.
was just a funny dog. He then had some sort of eye thing. He had very dry eyes or something. So his eyelids would kind of scratch the surface of his eye. And
Hmm.
he needed to have a dog ophthalmologist, which I feel like maybe I'm in the wrong business because I feel like they have a lot of like dog ophthalmologists are not a lot of, there's not a
I
lot of
didn't
those
even know
people.
there was such a thing.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they're constantly busy. And he, did whatever he had to do. And then Chucky comes home with this big cone. We still have it. He wrecked that cone the first night, like on purpose, bashed it against everything. We had duct tape on it. They had never seen a cone like that. That's how people started to be like, we're Team Chucky. He's so funny.
Oh,
And you should start a social media page, so I,
wow.
s- I started his like social media, but I'd always in the back of my head, like even when I was a little kid, because I had dogs growing up, I wanted to write a book. Like I always kind of had that idea. I used to draw pictures of my dog as a kid, and then here's this character that gave me so much inspiration. I could just draw from what he was doing, and
Right.
that's how we got started.
All right, kiddos, see, if you want to write books and you are doodling and thinking of stories and writing books already,
Yeah,
keep that
that's
in
where it
mind
starts.
because yep, that is where it starts. Your first book is Chuck Makes Mistakes. Is that based on his naughty behavior?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So, it talks about the things that he would do. He always had to be first at the door to greet us. He would, like, if you're watching TV, he would put his head right in front of your face. And then he jumped in our mailman's truck one time and ate his pear. So
Oh my goodness.
that actually was a video that went viral. Just a video of them running out and him running right into the truck, which he got stuck in the truck. He's like back with all the boxes and stuff.
Did the mail
And
carrier realize that he was in the truck?
he loved them so like our dogs. So he always got out of the truck. So it's me on a Saturday morning in my pajamas, like, oh, the mailman's here and he wants to see the dogs. And I'm in my pajamas again. So I'm opening the door like, hi, and they're running out and he's giving them treats and stuff. So I just I gave up worrying about how I looked, but
Good.
they they were just besties. And then we had gotten him this gift because I had so many pictures of him and Chucky together. Got him like this mug with the two of them, and he just stopped coming. And I was like, "Where is this mailman?" I was getting concerned.
Yeah.
And so I called the post office and they were like, "Oh, he is on a different route now. He doesn't go to
Oh,
your
how
neighborhood."
sad.
Yeah, but I thought he was sick, so I was
Right.
glad, it wasn't that. And I said, "Well, we have a gift for him. We really, we were worried about him." And he said, "Oh, he's here right now." So he talked to me on the phone. He's like, "I'll stop by after my shift." So he
Oh,
came by and
sweet.
we gave him the gift. Chucky was so excited. And the dodo.com made a whole video of their little like friendship, which was just adorable. So
That that is precious. Wow.
yeah.
So I noticed that the theme of your books focus on social emotional learning. Why is this an important topic to you?
Yeah, so well, I'm a teacher. This is
Yeah.
my 25th year of teaching. I talk about feelings all the time with the kids, and there are times where something really sad has happened in our school. We've lost staff members, we've lost students, and my students would come into my room and we would all just be grieving. And so music helped us get through it. Um, and I always feel like when they have the other classes that they're in, they don't have as many opportunities to talk about feelings. And so this would be a place, like a safe, welcoming space where everybody could kind of just be who they were. And
Because Amy, you
so
teach in middle school, correct?
now I do. Yeah, I
Okay.
started
Okay.
elementary K to
Mhm.
5,
Okay.
and now I'm 6 to 8. I just realized that like kids don't often have the outlet or know how to start the conversation.
Right.
I so Chucky makes mistakes. I think some kids are so hard on themselves. Like they have to. I'm one of those people. I have to do it perfectly. I have to do it right the first time,
Yeah.
and if
I can
not,
identify with that.
I get really angry at myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be that angry with anyone else, but angry because why can't I be perfect? So there's just
Yes.
that level of, and I think a lot of kids go through the same thing. Um, just making good choices, but learning from those choices that weren't so good.
Yeah.
Chucky Says Goodbye was inspired by a librarian after my dog Nestle passed away. She said, "You need to write this story because adults don't know really how to talk about death with children." And
That's true.
I think I'm the same way. When you see a kid that looks happy, or even an adult, you don't often want to say, "Hey, how are you?" Because you feel like I don't want to bring it up, but they still
Yes.
know that bad thing happened, so it's okay. So this is characters in a book, but are real characters also,
Yes.
and they can use this book to kind of like talk about it, not in a personal way if they don't want to. So it's just really important that kids have these opportunities to just feel their feelings.
Yes. And so many kids have lost a pet or a grandparent or someone special in their lives. It's interesting. I just interviewed another author who wrote a story about grieving, and it is so important because a book usually is a great way, because adults don't know how to really talk about death amongst themselves. It's hard, to talk about it with children. And so we already don't feel comfortable with that topic. So a book is always a great way to talk about topics that are challenging to talk about. How do you decide which topics to tackle?
It's what keeps kind of just resonating in my heart and in my head, like something I keep thinking about.
Mhm.
Um, so the second book was Chucky Has a Bellyache because he was such a foodie. Everything, sushi, pizza. And anywhere we went, people would like offer him snacks. They'd be like, "Oh, I don't need my pizza crust. Your dog can have it." So I think I have a tendency, I feel like I see my qualities in my pets,
Mhm.
where I'm like, I can relate to that, eating too many snacks, you know? The fourth book was us rescuing his baby brother, Bernie. So I wanted to tell that story because I thought so many people are afraid to rescue animals. Like
Mhm.
they shy away. They go, "Oh, we should have one from a breeder because then we know it'll be a good dog,"
Right.
which doesn't necessarily mean
No,
anything, you
no,
know.
but that is a
Um,
comment. I've heard that often.
yeah, we know that that dog will be well
Yeah.
trained and like well, and you know, our little Bernie, he is the sweetest boy. Does he have some anxiety issues? Yes. Don't we all? But he's just such a darling little guy.
We've rescued 3 and they are the best.
Yeah.
And all our friends love them and they are just yeah, I highly recommend rescuing.
I mean, not every pet is a fit for every family. You know, you
Correct.
have to figure out what's going to work for you. But
Correct. Yeah.
yeah, I just highly like, so I wanted that to kind of be not just about having a new sibling come into the home, because it could also be about,
Which is
you know,
also,
new
yeah,
baby. Yeah.
difficult for kids
Yeah.
sometimes.
Change
Yes.
is hard.
Yes.
And then, you know, Halloween, my fifth book, I've always been a huge fan of Halloween. Just love it. My house always has some Halloween decorations up at all times. I just love it. And my wedding cake was Nightmare Before Christmas themed.
Oh, that's so cool.
So my husband's not really a Halloween fan, but he's kind of, you know, by proxy become like
Yes. He
kind of
has
has
to.
to. Yeah. So, and Chucky, like all of our pets actually, they love wearing costumes. They love dressing up. If you give them something, they're like, "Yeah, I'll wear it," you know? So,
That's
you know,
lucky because we have one that
yeah.
will not, dress up.
I mean, our cats would not even wear collars. They refuse to wear
Mhm.
collars. So I was not, I know people though that can get a cat to wear like a whole pirate costume. So like,
That's
so
impressive.
that's impressive to
Yeah,
me.
very. So with the latest, book, you are, doing your 3rd Kickstarter for the Chucky Halloween book, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so kiddos and families, if you want a book that will arrive just in time for Halloween, I'll put some information down about your Kickstarter, Amy, in the show notes.
What's great is that people can put pictures in the book if they make a
Oh,
pledge on the Kickstarter before May 23rd.
okay.
Um,
Tell us about that.
so here is an example in my Chucky Becomes a Big Brother. People put pictures of their pets in there,
Oh,
and we
sweet.
have pigs and a rooster and rabbits and cats and
Oh
dogs
my
and all sorts
goodness.
of, yeah. So for this book, I am opening it up for people and pets. So if
Okay.
you have your little kid had the most awesome Halloween costume, you could surprise them and have that in the book. Or your pet. I'm hoping for like tortoises. If anyone has a tortoise, I would love
Great.
to see a tortoise dressed up in a costume, you know, snakes, whatever you have. I think that would just be adorable. So that's an extra that's called Your Face in the Book. People could
Okay.
also pledge to have their name printed in the book. So it's kind of more personalized. Get to see all the fun pictures.
That is a great idea. All little costume ready for Halloween in the spirit.
Yeah. Like I think it's so, and then after you've read the story, you get to look at all those adorable pictures. So
Yeah, great idea. Do you have a, favorite book in the series?
I have to say that Chucky's Halloween Mystery, I think, is going to be my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Ooh.
because it's, well, first of all, because it's Halloween, and also because my illustrator, Ilana Zahaikevich, is just amazing. And she always does these really cool, like Halloween, like holiday kind of art. And
Okay.
so I knew this would be right in her wheelhouse. And the illustrations are adorable. They're just, it's one of those books where you're like, what happens next? And you have to turn to the next page to see there's something going on. You know, there's something scaring them. And what is it? And how are they going to figure this out? So it's really just, it's lighthearted. And it also teaches like we all have our own fears and how do we conquer them, you know?
Oh, I love that message. Well, I have ordered my book, so I'm waiting
Thank
anxiously
you.
for it. And I also want to talk about how adorable, I don't know if you have one of your plushies nearby, but how
Yes.
adorable are those plushies? I mean,
You.
and you have
This is
one for
Chucky.
each of the doggy characters.
I do. So this is
Nestle.
Chucky with the green, and then
Okay.
Nestle has the purple heart bandana, and then yeah, Bernie, our newest character, he has his little polka dot tongue because the real Bernie has a polka dot tongue. So
Oh,
yeah,
those are the cutest.
they
So
really are. They're very soft too.
where can, besides the Kickstarter for your newest book, where can families find the whole series along with the plushies in case they want to order?
You can order off of my website. I can give that to you. You can put it in the
Yes, I'll have it
yeah. So it's
below our video so everybody can just click on it.
yes, Chucky the Chocolate Lab books.com. So
Great.
that has all of the, because you can't get the plush toys or the hardcovers on Amazon. You
Okay.
can get my paperback versions of the books on Amazon, but
Okay.
not the toys,
Yeah,
not the hardcovers.
that makes sense. Okay. Well, do you have any plans to continue the series? Can
You
you
know,
share with us?
I do. I have another book in my head that's spinning
Okay.
around.
Okay.
And I'll give you a hint. It's probably going to be more of a December kind of book.
Okay.
So, you know,
That's a very good clue.
yeah. I wonder what that could be.
Well, Amy, this has been such fun. Thank you for chatting about your doggies and the whole Chucky the Chocolate Lab series. I was wondering, can we meet some of your cuties?
Yes, let me go get them.
Okay.
I just called them. Come here, here, come here. We got two. This is Jovi. Hi, Jovi.
Hi,
This is
Joe.
Bernie. Hi.
I
Thank
want to see that
you.
tongue.
Yeah, you. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Oh, it has been so fun getting to know you and meeting your
Thank
furry
you.
babies. Well, be sure to check out the read aloud of one of the Chucky books in the series. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to like and subscribe to support our channel.